it's Betty here. It's like 7:30 in the morning, and I just woke up from the shittest night's sleep you could imagine. My back was killing me. And that brings me to the topic for today, and that is the fact that I am getting old. I worked out before that I'm almost halfway to 66, so I better get my wheelie walker now. I hear there's a waiting list. Okay, but look, I think back to when I was 20, and I think about now, and the things now, you'd never think about them when you're 20, you know? Like now, my back hurts, my shoulders hurt, my neck hurts, my feet hurts, I get sore gums, you know? Like, I get excited when I hear the words like wheat packs and Panadol and Nurofen, and the idea of getting a massage. It's just like, oh. When I was 20, I was like, massage? I'm not wasting my money on a massage. Now I'm like, it's essential. Another thing that's important I've noticed is my fibre intake has increased to keep my bowels regular. See, now when I was 20, vodka was my fibre, and that keeps me regular. Look, and when I think about going clubbing now, like, it's not going to happen. I mean, I might go to the pub for a beer, but clubbing, you know, and I mean, there's been very rare occasions where I've had a bit of a dance, you know, and I've danced for like 2 songs and almost had a heart attack. I was that exhausted from it. It just completely wore me out. And I don't know how I did it when I was 20. You drink vodka all night and you dance all night, and it's just, and then you wake up at 6 the next morning and go to uni, you know? Oh my goodness, like I was in bed at 7:30 last night. You know, that's late for me. I'm a 7 o'clock girl, you know? Yeah, my diet, and I make sure now that I get my 2 fruit and 5 veg every day, you know, so I can live a bit longer, you know, and look after my health, you know. Once again, when I was 20, it was Macca's drive-through, stuff with 2 fruit, 5 veg, you know, Big Mac will do me, you know. And this kind of links in with the fibre, but I actually get satisfaction out of doing a good, normal shit, you know? And yeah, I go to the shopping centre and I look around, right, and I'm wearing just shirt and shorts, you know, shorts that come down to my knees. And I look around at some of these young kids and their shorts are that short that you can see their vagine, you know? It's like, oh my God, tuck it away, please. It's just, it scares me. And you can see their tits too, they're just hanging out. It's like, cover yourself up, do yourself a service. You can't pick up when you go on to Big W. No one's going to pick you up in Big W. Okay, so look, I can text and I can post things on Facebook, and with some help I've worked out how to make YouTube videos. But what the fuck is Instagram and Twitter and Grindr and Plenty of Fish and Tumblr and Snapchat and Pinterest and LinkedIn and WhatsApp and Google Plus and I don't even know how to say it, Zoosk and eHarmony and RSVP and Tinder and no wonder no one talks to anyone anymore. There's so many apps that you can just play around with all the time. Yeah, when I used to go on a date, wanted to go on a date with someone, I'd ring them up and say, hey, do you want to go get dinner sometime? And you'd ring them and you'd ask them. You wouldn't just tag them in a photo of you with your vagine shorts on, asking for random sex on Tinder, So much has changed and geez, it makes me feel so old. And that's another thing I just don't get is music these days, Like, back when I was growing up, music had meaning, like the song, the lyrics meant things, but now it's all like doof, 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 and the lyrics are about as deep as a cat having sex with an elephant, That's about all they talk about is cats having sex with elephants. And look, just another thing I've noticed that since I've been getting older, I'm starting to say things like, oh, when I was younger we didn't have any of that shit, or oh yeah, the young ones these days, and it's really, starting to smack me in the face. I remember watching VHS videos and listening to tapes on my tape player. And it was always so hard to find the song you wanted on a tape because you had to keep like fast forwarding it and then rewinding it until you found it. And you don't get that problem these days. Dishwashers, like when I was younger, we used to wash everything by hand. And look, actually having a mobile phone, like I walked past a bus stop the other day of kids that were probably, look, grade 5 maybe, and they're all on their phones and they're just playing around on their phones. I actually didn't get my first phone until I started university in 2004. Oh god, jeez, that makes me sound even older. And it was a brick phone, it wasn't a flash little skinny thing. It was a brick phone, and all you could do with it was call people. That's it. No internet, nothing. No, you just punch in a number and you talk to someone. That's all you could do with it. And kids with phones these days, like when I was a kid, it makes me sound old again. I went outside to play. I actually had a childhood, we did things like, play on the trampoline or in the cubby house or kick a ball around or play with the dog or, just did things outside and just had fun doing simple things. Okay, now look, there's another thing you get. It's, I really don't like talking about these. They're a bit embarrassing. But you get random facial hairs. Like, I usually get one pop up here, here, and here. And another thing is, you get fucking hormonal. Like, look at that. Look at this giant bloody abscess on my face. And then I'd get some on my neck as well. And, you get hormonal. and that makes you moody. Okay, so another bad thing is occasionally, and I'm lucky because I haven't really discovered any, but around my age you start finding grey hairs, you know, and they're not always on your head. Okay, another thing, like, I've got pierced ears. See? There, 1, 2, and I've got, you can't see this one, I've got a couple of discrete tattoos. And when I got the tattoos, you were a rebel when you got those tattoos, and I was seen as a rebel for quite a while because I had a couple of tattoos. But now, you see people walking around and they've just got a face full of metal, and their entire body, head to toe, is just covered in tattoos. I mean, I'm not against that. It's just, I could never do it because I'm old, you know? Yeah, and this is another thing. I don't get the language today. Like, OMG, he's totes hot. You should totally message on Tinder, YOLO. What the fuck? I don't get it. That's like some of the easy stuff. I just get confused, you know? I just feel like I'm getting out of touch with today's youth because I'm not one anymore. Okay, I also obviously own a smartphone, and you know what? It makes me feel dumb. I'm making this video with my phone blue tacked to the wall. No GoPros, nothing fancy, just phone, blue tack, wall. And that's about as technological as I can get. Because, to be honest, I'm a complete technophobe. My laptop hates me, and the only thing I know how to use on it is making like a Word document, and even that's hard, you know? Another thing, it probably helped with this thing here, is makeup. Look, I don't bother with it anymore. What you see is what you get. And yeah, there's another thing that we used to do. We never took photos with our phones because our phones could only be used to ring other phones. So we used to have to take photos with what younger kids probably wouldn't understand is called a camera. Then you had to get the films developed. So it was actually, you know what, like a 3-day wait before you worked out whether your photo was shit or not. Look, oh jeez, I need more coffee. Oh, coffee's better than vodka. Not that I ever liked vodka much anyway. But look, I'm getting old. I'm losing touch with today's youth. And to be honest, that doesn't really worry me all that much. I don't really want to walk around sexting within my virgin shorts. I'm quite happy just being me. Alright, well, you have a lovely day. This is Betty out. See you, mate.